Hello there, welcome back to some more Disco Elysium. In the last episode, we got a bunch of shit done while Kim was gone, but mainly getting my gun back. So now I've got to go into the Whirling in Rags and find Kim to speak to him and tell him all the things I've done. Hello, Kim.
Yes?
Aren't we going to talk about the boots I'm wearing?
Okay, let's talk about it. You stole the boots.
He looks at the gleaming technological footwear you're sporting.
Congratulations. That must have taken an enormous concerted effort, considerable ingenuity and timing. Now, I'm going to report you and you are going to go to jail.
Lie. Lie to get out of it.
You joke. You please don't. I was just...
It was a joke, sadly. There's nothing I can do about your delinquency. What's done is done. Let's get back to police work.
I found out what the pail is while you were gone.
Wonderful. What is your takeaway?
I think it's terrifying.
Then I was right to spare you from it, no? Anyway, the pail is no more terrifying than, say, water or death, or that we are stuck behind our eyes for all eternity.
He looks around, pensive suddenly.
Excuse me, large topics are not my forte. You seem stable enough. Keep it that way. Now, was there anything else, or should we get to it?
No, I'm good. Alright, mate, I found my gun. Just what I thought you wanted to know.
Kim?
No, he doesn't want to know. Okay, let's go over our case.
It's the ledger you found. Oh, and an incredibly cool piece of kitchen tissue is stuck to the back.
Okay, to pass the case files.
Arson, petty theft, spousal abuse. You
Not
don't
that.
exactly close them.
Read
It
the case
takes
file.
about half an hour to piece one together. Using the system you've devised, not much
Nope.
has changed in the meat.
Pass
Thin,
forms.
see through. The
Nope.
rest of the stinking it's
Clipboard.
made of dark blue plastic.
Nope.
You four-side.
Nope. Okay, thought I could put things in. I can't. Alright, mate.
Hi, gendarme. Another rendezvous.
There he is again, the smoke on the balcony, right here in the Whirling Rags. Hi.
Hi. So what brings you here?
Tell me again about that muscular type who came to investigate the crime.
Oh yes, let's see. He knocked on my door a few days after the lynching. I think he was going through the entire building, asking questions.
Besides muscular, did he have any other identifying traits?
Oh, let me think. He had an accent. He sounded like one of those mercenaries. He sounded vaguely Oranese. No, not vaguely, scratch that. He sounded definitely Oranese.
Was he alone?
Yes, but he was speaking to someone on his earpiece.
His earpiece?
Yes, you know those tiny speaker microphones that fancy security guards sometimes wear.
What was he saying?
Just reporting back whatever I was telling him.
What did he look like?
Muscular, handsome, strong, like one of those military types.
What did you tell him?
Nothing. That I didn't see anything.
Did you tell him about your friend?
What friend?
Your Sunday friend, the witness?
No, I don't think it came up.
Thanks for the information.
Sure. Anything else on your mind?
I met your Sunday friend.
You did. And how did you like him?
You're right, he's magical, magically bureaucratic.
I told you, he can be very useful. I guess that's the charm of powerful people.
What are you two?
Friends, I told you. Sunday friends. Friends who like to get together from time to
What
time.
does it mean, a Sunday friend?
That he won't be there when times get tough, I guess.
Is that even a friend?
It is. On Sundays.
Or is he staying at your place in the middle of the night?
He has keys. And he likes the view. To the sea, I mean.
Who is he?
A visitor from the first world. He's not like you and me, gendarme. He can always return.
Return where?
To his opportunities in Occident. Sur la clé. Still.
He breathes in
His
and keeps
coming
his
and
lungs
going
filled for a
brings some
moment
life to the village.
before letting it out. He's coming and going, brings some life to the village.
Or is it just money? I don't know.
I don't want to talk about other people, I want to talk about you.
What
What are
about
you doing
you,
here?
gendarme? Admiring the atmosphere. What about you, officer?
I'm here to kick some ass and solve the case I'm working on.
Well, here's to you. Bye-bye,
Hey.
gendarme.
Yeah, I can't solve this right now. He's not going to help me. Right.
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height window.
Yeah, my perception is bad. Alright. So, the first thing I wanted to do, the main thing, is speak to my man,
It's you again. What is it?
Titus, about Ruby. And he's not going to be very happy with that, but that's fine. Okay, I talked to Classy and now I need to talk to Ruby.
Why?
He leans back and regards you with curiosity. I'm going to level with you. She's the next link in the chain that leads me to Lely's killer.
Sounds like you're making her a suspect in this. Not on my watch, you're not. Ruby's one of us. We're not gonna throw her under your moral intern steamroller. Fuck that shit.
And fuck you too, moral
He throws a glance at Titus as the last syllable leaves his lips. The big guy sighs.
Ruby is missing. If you hide from the police in a murder investigation, you become a suspect. You know how it works, guys.
That's nothing. That's just legalese. You don't even have a sound theory. I don't want to be rude, but we're trying to get some R&R here. Think you could fuck off now?
I think we'll keep sticking around, Titus. You'll be surprised at how quickly a theory presents itself if you keep looking.
From the corner of your eye, you see a little bird fly into the bush, right behind the window, behind Titus's back.
Okay, I'm going to take off now. I'm going to increase my logic to the absolute maximal. That's +2 logic. Everything that increases logic, I'll do it. These glasses already do. The shirt doesn't. I'm logical as fuck, mate. Can't even get close to my level of logic. Okay. Let's have a look at the old window, because I saw the bird go by.
The dock workers, a ceiling height window. The hawthorn branches
mysterious
scrape
door
the
scene.
glass.
A bird
with
flew
bony
by.
Fingers.
You've been here for a long time. Really, you've been here for ages. The game's basically saying, hurry the fuck up, mate. What are you doing?
Behind the dock workers,
I'll try.
a ceiling height window. There's a yellow ribbon tied to one of the branches. Light yellow, faded with time. A tiny splash of color in the blackness of the thicket. Hanging from it, a bronze key.
Oh.
Someone hid the key in the bush and attached a yellow ribbon to make it easier to find. It's close enough to the latch up there. One can slide it open and just take it. Surely not a coincidence.
Someone's hid a key in the bush.
Huh?
Titus, can you hand the key to me, please?
I'm not your janitor, cop. I don't even know what
You
you're
little
talking
shit.
about. There's nothing there.
If he says it's there, it's there.
Can you let me slide by so I can grab the thing?
I don't know about that. I'm comfortable here. Don't think any sliding would really help right now.
Sorry, fucko. Looks like you're gonna have to go bush diving. Good fucking luck with that. The Hawthorn's got a bitch of a bite.
I'm gonna enjoy the sight of you in the bushes out there.
Ugh.
With a loud thud, the old man stands up, pushes the window open, grabs the key from the hawthorn branch, and slides it across the table to you.
Take the key.
The key is brass. Workshop spare is etched into its bow. The old man closes the window and sits back down in silence.
Come on, man. We were just having some fun. Where's the harm in?
I'm tired of listening to your shit.
Thank you.
Don't thank me. I don't give two shits about your key.
There is a silence around this man's words. Unlike Titus, they're afraid of him. That's the type of respect he commands.
Okay. I don't need to ask stupid questions and win stupid prizes. This key must open this door. It's the only thing that makes sense.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue.
Try the workshop spare key on the door.
The key fits the dimple lock. It takes a bit of effort to turn it after all
yes.
these years. But then, the lock clicks. Dust rises before you like mist. A tomb? Haunted by regal spirits from distant ages. No. Smells like engine grease and cut wood. A workshop.
Nice. Alright, so the boots. Just for authority. They're not for logic. I'm in. Pinball says Francogenarian. The theme is horses and swords. Pinball is White Diora. Backglass shows a female figure in mourning. Oh no, NB, the spare key is tied to the bush outside the corner room window.
This small elevator is dimly lit by a bulb that's been glowing for ages. The latticed cage is open, inviting you to step inside.
Let's look in.
Smells of nougat and sweat. Your head brushes up against the ceiling. There is a control panel to your right, and just enough room for 2 people to fit in.
Look at the controls.
There are large rectangular buttons, monter, descend, and an international call for emergency assistance. That third one appears to be broken. The small steel plaque reads Halter 800. Halter is a Koningsteiner lift company who went out of business a long time
I
ago.
wonder what this elevator was used for.
Seems like a small freight elevator for transporting machinery. For that, it's pretty quaint.
He taps on the guttering light bulb, it's golden in the dark. Let's close the doors and go up. Let's see what's up here. The other side of the door, for one. Alright. Small windows, taped shut with black plastic, you can't see outside. Boxes of tools and replacement parts line the shelves. Schematics to a pinball machine, futurism themed. And an empathy and hand-eye coordination pinball maker's coat. The pinball machine has been taken apart and gutted.
So this is where they brought 40 pinball machines to fix them up. A long time ago. Everything is covered with dust now. The lieutenant looks around the dusty, crowded room, inspecting the tools on the shelf.
Looks like they gave up on fixing the pinball machines at some point.
At some point, 20 years ago, 15 maybe, before pinball went out of vogue.
Used to be a pinball workshop.
Looks like it. I'm guessing Martinez North 22 used to be a pinball arcade before it became a hostel. There are machines left over. Downstairs in the hall, next to the main door. One of them even works. I've seen one of the hearties bang away at it.
Remember the dice maker? Then that means...
Rolling in Rags was once the East Delta Pinball Arcade. This is all left over from that.
Ah, yes, as the novelty dice makers said. This has absolutely nothing to do with the case, I'm sure. But I do like a nice little connection.
But then it went bankrupt. Your skin crawls from making the connection.
Could this mean the Rolling in Rags really is part of the Doom commercial area?
If that's true, then our cafeteria manager is not going to like it. We should tell him what we found up here, omitting that suspicion. He does not appear to be the kind of man who likes his establishment to be part of a neighborhood ghost story about bankruptcy.
Stupid superstition. But still, it would be interesting to see what the cafeteria manager thinks of this.
Yes.
It's not a ghost story. It's a curse, and Gart ought to be made knowledgeable so he can perform counterspells.
Yeah, I'll finish my thought now. Thank you. Oh.
You clearly see footprints in the downy carpet of dust covering the workshop floor.
Jackpot. These, unlike everything else here, are new.
Someone's been here within the last week or two.
3 weeks maximum, from the dust coverage. It could easily have been 1 week too. You know, officer.
This is good. He likes it. There's a little smile there, in the dark of the workshop.
The Blue Door was a mega investigation after all. It has now converged with our main investigation, which I would say is quite large.
Okay, let's have a closer look then.
Large prints, most likely made by Boots. The size is hard to determine. Sole could be bigger than Vamp. The soles have left a pattern, uniform, horizontal lines.
Print doesn't look like the odd soul print we found at the hanging, Kim.
The size looks about the same, actually. They're not the same shoe, but they could be the same person. I wouldn't rule out Ruby coming here yet. This isn't an argument against her. People change shoes, you know? But it's not an argument for her either.
This doesn't look like the workers' boots from the hanging, does it?
No. These little horizontal lines are different. They look custom-made to me. Or some kind of foreign print. Hard to say. Still a boot, though.
Okay.
Everything around you is quiet. The prints crisscross the workshop floor.
Okay, what does this mean?
It means someone snuck through what seems like a secret route, leading to the roof. The roof from where you can shoot our victim. This is significant. These prints, officer, could be the prints of our killer. And if not, At least there are good argument for this Ruby doing it, to present to Titus.
Okay, let's move on. Don't smudge the prints, for fuck's sake.
This is the barred door you tried to kick in before.
Unbar the door. I don't need to kick the door. So now I've found the footprints. I bet it makes the other thing even easier. Because I'm like, oh, well, I've got a theory now. All Ruby has to do is tell me it's not true and provide evidence that it isn't, and I'll leave her out of the investigation. But because she's done a fucking runner, what else am I supposed to think except maybe she had something to do with it? You know? Alright. The pinball jacket. We're starting to get clothes that only give bonuses now. It's pretty good. I like bonuses. Okay. Right then, Titus.
It's you again.
I'm ready to get my logic on.
What is it?
You're ready to get absolutely annihilated by my logic. Trent has a solid theory about why Ruby could have done it.
A sudden flash of lightning in your neocortex. The hostel cafeteria is lit by its airy blaze. Floor plans, bullet trajectories, webs of human emotion, all channeled into a single thought.
Why are you so sure Ruby didn't off him?
Because she was here, all night, with us.
He's cobbling together shit so he can put her away. It's Cop 101.
She was here all night? 11:30 to 12:15? She was here during all that time?
Yeah, with us, drinking, near the stage there.
Didn't go to the bar for a drink.
No.
That's a lie.
You know that's not the case.
All right. She took a fucking leak, okay? For one moment. Maybe went out, too. She has a complex operation to run from her lorry. She's a busy girl. Always has been.
This complex operation is probably something illegal.
Just because she was gone for 5 minutes doesn't mean she magically got to the roof and shot the merc. I've been through this. It's not plausible.
Oh yeah?
All right, we're in. We got Ruby unaccounted for sometime during the window. This was crucial. Now let's place her on that roof.
There's a secret route in the kitchen that leads straight to the roof.
How?
Through what looks like an abandoned pinball workshop.
People say there was a pinball arcade here, sometime before the hostel. What was it called, Theo?
East Delta Pinball Arcade. Weird place. Went bankrupt.
Okay, but how'd you get up? There's no room for a staircase in this building. Or an elevator, for that matter.
The elevator is outside the building. It's an old dumbwaiter used for moving pinball machines up and down from the workshop.
From there, a door leads straight to the roof. You can just step outside.
Ruby could have gone up, shot him, come down. All under 7 minutes.
That's quite the theory. We need to have a look at that secret passage, boys.
I'm on it, boss. Right when the law clears, me and Angus are going up there.
It's a dumbwaiter, not an industrial lift. How about I go instead of...
Just now. You got something else to back this route up? Or is that it?
We firmly established Ruby could have had access to the roof where the man was shot.
Firmly doesn't go well with could've. There's a route to the roof. Me and the boys need to check it out. That's what we've established. But a route does not put that bullet in his head. A gun does that, and Ruby doesn't carry one.
Phase 2, murder weapon. Get a gun in her hand. If not that, then at least a shadow of a doubt. In the shape of a gun. Just don't contradict yourself. If it doesn't sound like Ruby did it, maybe keep it to yourself.
Don't contradict yourself. It doesn't sound like Ruby did it. Maybe keep it to yourself. This is Revachol. Anyone could get a gun around here. Anyone.
Look, fucko. Ruby and I are pretty tight. She would have showed me the gun if she had one. She knows I love guns.
Yeah, everyone knows Glenn loves guns.
I don't know, Glenny. Ruby's a little secretive, isn't she? Wasn't like she told you every little thing.
Thank you. You're fucking it up.
This one does not like Ruby. May prove useful.
Bessie said Ruby takes care of things. You don't do that without a gun in Revachol.
She organizes things. She doesn't whack people. That's not the kind of person she is. She's a talker.
It's clear this one is protective of her.
Easy now, Glenn. What he's trying to say is, people who don't have guns don't shoot people. You need a gun for that. You can't prove she has one.
You don't need to prove anything. Doubt is enough for now. And Titus must have some.
I didn't say I'd prove she had the motor weapon, just that we need to find her.
All right, Carl. Keep talking. I'll tell you when I've had enough.
T, we're not seriously considering it, are we? Ruby wouldn't do this. Why would she do something like this?
Phase 3. Motive. The last component.
Okay.
The big one. Get this and they'll give her to you. Remember, don't piss him off. That never works.
Maybe she killed him because she thought it would curry favor with you.
You had expressed, on occasion, your dislike of the mercenaries' presence in Martinez, right?
Whack someone in my district? That doesn't carry much favor with Titus Hardy. She has to know that.
It's not why did she kill him, it's why did she organize the cover-up.
And I suppose you have a theory on that.
She could have just been covering up for herself, Titus.
Think about it. Why go through all that effort? It was her idea, wasn't it? The hanging. You went along, but she suggested it.
She had, like, a fully formed plan and shit. Right when she came back downstairs.
Really, Shanks? Claudia wanted to talk to another girl, that's all. She was just the first one up there. I could have come up with that plan if I'd have been first.
Time for a logics demonstration.
Okay. Eugene, let's assume you killed him.
He scoffs.
Think. You kill him. Get up there. Shoot him. Get down.
Would you prefer to go on trial with your friends as part of a lynch mob or alone for committing murder?
The man is silent.
If she used us to cover her own shit up, well, that's a serious violation of the Hardy Code, boss.
Which is why she didn't. She would never do that. Why aren't more of you defending her? This is fucking stupid, Titus.
Glenn, I thought the same thing when she skipped town and left us in this shit.
Oh, so he didn't rule her out completely. And she skipped town. This is
Titus, you have to see it. Things don't add up. We need to talk to her.
Silence. He looks around the room. The old man in the corner nods. This is the only option he cares for.
Opinion, but I know I know what he means. He only gives a shit what Tio thinks, and Tio thinks, nah, she's fucked up.
Yeah, I see it. There's one more thing I've been wondering about. Ever since you asked me where she is. Add it to your list of suspicions, if you want. I don't know. I don't know where she went. She just got up and left. Got real scared, too. Wouldn't tell me where. However hard I asked. Wanna know why?
Why?
She was afraid I would tell you. Maybe she was right. By now, I probably would.
She knew there's evidence on her, and she knew we'd find it. This is typical suspect behavior, why fleeing is always incriminatory.
Perhaps. Ask her if you find her. It won't be easy, though. She made sure of that.
Do you have any clues on where Ruby went?
She's not far. We know that much. She didn't take her lorry, so she's on foot.
Good fucking luck, man. She knows this place like the back of her hand. You'll never find her.
Yeah, Al. And we won't either.
She's not really a Hardy candidate anymore, is she?
She's not, Glenn.
Have you looked for her?
A little. On the coast.
Where have you looked for her? More precisely.
More precisely, on the coast, past the waterlogged. She's not here, so I'm thinking she's there.
Can you tell me where on the coast I should start looking?
Sure, there's some shit houses there, a cinder block town. The fisherfolk there refuse to unionize, so that's one place we haven't looked. I hear they have a shack where junkies sometimes crash. Time for you to step up.
We will start there. One more question. What does Ruby look like?
Boyish, hair's red, dyed. She looks like a Lowry man.
Not much, but it'll do.
It'll have to.
Shake it.
His grip is firm and reassuring, like holding a piece of unpolished granite.
You don't leave him hanging. He just... After everything we've been through together... That's the fisher folk in the village. Maybe their leader knows something. Okay. Gart, I have some problems to talk to you about.
Ah, smallest church in Saint-Saëns, right?
The cafeteria manager's waiting for you to acknowledge that you recognise the song. Yeah, the church's actually my love. Things are really bad with it.
Cool. Now, what can I do for you?
Gart, saw another thing at the Whirling.
Another thing. Great. I love those.
What if I told you I got into the back room behind the blue steel door?
Oh, okay. Well, I did hear you make noise back there, so good for you.
It takes a lot of willpower not to ask. Obviously, he's been wanting to know what's behind the door.
Aren't you going to ask me what's back there?
Okay, what is back there?
Pinball machines, a pinball workshop.
Ha! I knew it. I've always wondered where those machines by the door came from. And they told me there was some kind of pinball thing here too. I knew it. Were there any back there? In working order, I mean.
Why? Do you want to play? Because I might be up for a game.
No, I was just wondering if you found pinball machines there.
He was wondering about something business-related, about how much money he could make of one.
Think you've turned this place back into a pinball arcade?
No, but we could diversify the entertainment options, seeing as you've opened the door back there. The machine we have in the corner now is broken. It wouldn't hurt to get a little life in here. Other than the hellish karaoke machine. That one's always causing trouble.
Yeah, those numbers he's adding up must be making good sense to him right now. Sounds like he cares about the place. He's not going to be overjoyed to hear that it's part of the doomed commercial.
Am I going to tell him that?
He should still know. You have to be forewarned about these things.
Fuck, I told everyone else. I have to warn you, I may have discovered that the Whirling is part of the Doom commercial area.
What? Why would you say that? We're at a completely different address from that whole thing.
So he knows of the doomed commercial area and its address. He's thought about this.
The Whirling is listed on the intercom outside as one of the businesses in Building B. You should get your wiring fixed. I tried to call and couldn't reach you.
I've been working here for a long time, and that intercom has never been used by the Whirling.
The Whirling was once the East Delta Pinball Arcade before it failed. It's only a matter of time before the Whirling fails. No, the Whirling was once the East Delta Pinball Arcade which failed, though perhaps the Whirling will escape the curse.
Does this look like part of a doomed commercial area? This pre-revolutionary tilework? These high ceilings? The nice rooms? Well, most of the rooms. For 14 years, man. That's how long I've worked here. I've kept this place up through hail and through sleet. Fuck me, if some doom ghost...
He studies his voice.
He's done a fine job too. Though he's spoken of the place dismissively before, the hostel is actually very important to him.
You really care about the Whirling, huh?
Yeah. It's slowly growing on me again. It's beautiful in its own way. Especially for this neighborhood. I've been trying to keep it that way. Even if it is part of the damn doomed commercial area.
You shouldn't be so worried about that label, you know.
I don't place much stock in the curse and so on, but the label frightens the clientele. Who wants to stay at a doomed hostel? Everything's doomed enough without that.
Who owns this place?
Some real estate management company. They never come around here, just collect money from afar. Honestly, I think some money laundering might be involved.
There is an acrimonious note. It's clear he's doing the real work around here.
Okay, I'm back. And who named it the Whirling in Rags?
Well, it sure as hell wasn't the real estate company.
It was you?
You look surprised. What? It's a great name, I know. Cafeteria managers come up with great names too. It's from a song.
A song?
Hail, Holy Queen, by the Ateneers. Hail, Holy Queen of the Sea. You're whirling in rags, you're vast and you're sad.
Good pick.
What about all those other cafeterias you manage?
What about them? One is a basement dive frequented by chain-smoking communists. I can't tell you how sick I am of Kraz Mazov and Ignis Nielsen and all those old ghosts.
He's hesitating, not sure if he should share this information with you. Encourage him.
Encourage him. And the others?
The other is a kebab cart. It's very successful in its way, but it's nothing like the whirling.
Well, good luck to you with this place then.
Luck has got nothing to do with it. I need to think about where I'm going to place those pinballs. I have a feeling they're going to help.
Against the doom, it's implied.
So, if you didn't have anything else to tell me about my establishment, can we, wrap it up?
Fussy in room 3, nick the phone line.
Why? No, fuck it. I don't want to know. I don't want to know why these degenerates do what they do. I thought we had one good guest in the building.
He really doesn't like it being classier.
Yeah, Lena. Lena's a good customer.
Yeah, well, she's not a guest, is she? Anyway, I'll forward that woman her bill and be done with it. Now, was there anything else?
Guys, I saw a sign that said I couldn't go in the kitchen. Why can't I go in the kitchen?
What are you, a cook now? That's none of your business.
But well, there may be something pertinent to the investigation in the
He
kitchen.
wasn't pan-fried. He was lynched. What could the kitchen possibly have to do with...
He changes his mind.
Fine, okay. The kitchen is closed until 1 p.m. because the cook is working. You can snoop around after that, if you must. Yes?
Goodbye. There you go, sorted. Right, so it's going to have to be a bit of a short one today, but that's fine. We've got some good work done. Next time we can start by trying to find Ruby. See you then. Goodbye.